I don't find that stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al. Go on, Al. I don't like these modern electric Porsches. Not a fan of them. I'm sure they're wicked to drive. I bet they're a load of fun because they're probably rapid off the line, I suspect. But it's just not a Porsche. That's not a Porsche. You can't call it a Porsche, especially the Cayenne type one, like the big SUV. It's just not a Porsche. So I finally decided to do another video. Sorry about that. Have been missing for quite a while. I'm supposed to be at the trucks today, but basically I'm still between the trucks and the staircase because they're both big. Well, the truck's a massive project, obviously. As you know, that truck body's going to take a few more weeks. I said to the guy at the trucks yesterday, I sent him a message, just said I'm available now for tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, but he hasn't texted me back. I've got nothing, so I'm waiting for a text to say, yeah, no worries, come over. I didn't just want to turn up and just be like, hi, I'm here, I'm going to start working, you need to pay me for that work. I'd prefer for him to say, yeah, no worries, come on over and get cracking. So in the meantime, I'm heading to the workshop and we are going to do a fun project, which I wanted to do. I say we're going to do a fun project. You know for a fact I'm going to get there, get all the gear out, get set up, get 10 minutes into it, and then he'll go, yeah, no worries, come over. Oh, that might happen. But if it doesn't, then what we're going to do is I've bought a mag drill a week or so ago, got really good use out of it in the last week. I know I slated mag drills in that last video. I know I did. Just hang on, just wait. I bought a mag drill, I've had really good use out of it. I like it. It's a cheapo, obviously it's a cheapo. I wouldn't spend loads of money on something that I know I'm just going to abuse, but it's really good. I've been quite impressed with it. So what I want to do is I want to take the pillar drill that's in the back and I want to convert the base to take the mag drill on it. I use the impact duty bit, as you know, to gun through even 10mm steel, and I love it, and I stand by that. It's a great bit of kit. But now that I've got the mag drill and I've got a load of cutters with it, I'm thinking it might be a wiser move just to have it set up on the pillar drill so that it's much more convenient. My issue with a mag drill is that you spend 3 hours setting up for one hole and then that's it. It's absolutely ridiculous in some scenarios. Where I've been using it the last week, it has been that scenario where it's such a ball ache. I've had to weld a plate onto something just to put the mag drill on. I had to fold that plate first, then weld it on, get it lovely and square, get the mag drill in place just to drill a hole. It had to be straight, so it was worth doing in the end. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that my issue with mag drills has always been the setup, not the drill itself, so obviously they're brilliant. Here we are. Oh, it's good to be back, isn't it? Hey? Is it not me? I was here yesterday. You know what I mean? Am I going to remember how to edit? That's a good question. Lola! Little Lola's there. There she is. Just realised I'm not really showing you anything of this, have I? Because I'm eager to just get on with it before my client rings me and says, can you come in now? So I'll quickly show you what I've done. So all I've done is just take the old pillar drill stand. There's the little sacrificial fella down there. Bit 100 by 10. Now that that's spaced in the middle, I'm just going to get a couple of tabs just so it's always centered when I put it in and out. And that's it. I'll show you where it's done. Right, I'm pretty much done. I've welded the vise to it. just because it's handy. So basically, that's obviously going to be a maximum, whatever it is, 150 odd mil. Anything that's bigger than that, obviously I can move my workpiece left and right, but there's fairly minimal left-hand side in the van. So if this is not sufficient, then obviously I'm taking the mag drill out and doing it on the floor, or doing it on the pipes that come out the back of the van anyway. So that's fairly well flat across there, flat-ish. I would say it's pretty flat. It's within a mil. Half a mil. Half a mil. I'll go half a mil. So yeah, all that stuff is for us to just try it out, but it should in theory work. It's just a vice clamped to a stand, isn't it? So obviously this guy, once it's magnetised, is obviously happy to sit at that level. If you've got, where was I going with that? If you've got a big piece of flat plate, well no, anything basically, the mag jaw can come forward until the front jaw, basically. So you can come to a centre point of, say, 80, 90 mil. And then if it's too much, you're taking the mag drill out of the van and just doing it outside. But for smaller stuff like this, just a quick drilled hole is perfect. I like it. I'll get more use out of this than I did the pillar drill, I think. The reason I didn't use the pillar drill is because it's just limited. It was, I think it was like 300 watt or something. It was only a tiny little thing, so it struggled for anything decent. It struggled through anything really thick anyway. Whereas this guy is going to power through, isn't he? Let's be honest. So let's try and line it up. Obviously I'm just going to leave a massive drill bit in it for no reason whatsoever. I don't need a massive drill bit. But that's what we're doing. There he is. So he's now centred. By the way, you might have seen I took one of these arms off. In fact, sorry, I only had one arm on. That's because these arms are approximately about 3.5 meters long. Massive, for no reason. So I'm going to cut them down because they're very annoying. When I was doing the job last week, it was getting in the way, so that's why I took them off. Yeah, depends what you do, is it? Like, it's no issue here, but you're getting into a cramped space, then you need to buy all the millimeters you can. Let's get some cutting fluid and cut. That's only a bit of 40 by 3 flat. We'll set it up in a sec. Obviously it did come with a bottle that mounts on the side there, and you could use that, but again, when you're trying to get into cramped spaces, the bottle just gets in the way. It's annoying. So I don't bother putting it on. Instead, I've just gone for the old specialist cutting oil. Just the old. I think I was really not aided by the fact that that wasn't bolted down. That was shaking a lot. So bolt it down in the future, shall we? Or at least clamp it down or something. Just love it. Just cool, isn't it? Turn the magnet off. Yeah, so obviously in the van, this guy will be bolted down, won't he? There we go. Bolted down. two big ass bolts there, which are bolted up underneath the table. And that, oh, that's the actual table on the vise that moves a bit. The actual structure is solid. Yeah? Happy? Happy? I'm happy. You happy? Good. Yeah, I haven't told you about the actual mag drill itself. It's a Zelcan. That very well known mag drill brand. They did a couple on Amazon. That was the more expensive one. I think they did do a cheaper one. That was, so get this right, so it was $289.99, so basically just under 300 quid. Came with 11 cutters and the twist drill chuck. Little twist drill chuck came with it to go in. Can't really complain. Replacement brushes and yeah, loads and loads of cutters. I've got 12mm up to 27. There's 11 of them. I think it skips 14. I think it skips 17 bizarrely, but it's got everything else. I can't remember. It's got a few. Anyway, yeah, well impressed with that because the cutters seem like good quality, and like I said, the machine's pretty good. It's powerful. It's 1550 watt. 1550 watt, I think it is. Yeah, well, it's over 1500 watt. So it's got good amount of power. I mean, if you think about the old pillar drill was like 300 watt. I don't think it was more than that. Might have even been 250. It's only a little fella. Whereas this thing, obviously, like I said, at 27mm, it just rips through it. I'm going to cut this 10mm piece now. This nice big piece of 10mm flat. We're going to just drill a hole in it, just to show you. Right. Now that it's bolted down, I'm hoping it's going to cut a little nicer than it did before. Let's bring you in a little tighter. I'll tell you what, I thought it was because it wasn't bolted down, but that's not happy. That is vibrating so much. You can tell from the little filings. Look, normally you're getting big chunky bits of spiraled swab. My lights have just gone off. What's that? Why is that unhappy then? What's it unhappy about? Thought I'd show you guys the setup for when I've got a lot of mag drilling to do, or something chunky that won't go in the van. Leave that there. So we're going to use the old bars that come out the back. You've already seen them. Look at there. Got this piece of 100 by 10 flat, which goes over there. Clamp that down. Obviously the mag drill. Pretty solid. And then grab your workpiece. Obviously line it up properly. A couple of clamps. Obviously I've just done this, so it is a little bit slicker than it may normally be, but hey presto, you're away. There you go. Drill. It's quite cool, isn't it? I need to show you a few other bits I've got, don't I? I'm going to say a few bits, haven't I? Don't want to get excited that I've got loads of new gear, I haven't really. Bought a nice big bit of armoured cable, 32 amp sockets on both ends. There's 30 metres of it, which is very, very handy. It does weigh a ton, but it's good because now I can get the full capacity out of the generator, which I noticed once I stepped up to 32 amp, it was a lot hotter. So it did. I think the 16 amp socket was a bit of a bottleneck. So that's really good. That's made things a lot better. Obviously the mag drill you've seen. This big guy in the corner, really useful, 100 litre, it's belt driven, it's really quiet when it kicks in. I bought this for the old air compressor, needle gun, really handy for me, just powering through rust with this thing. It makes a cool sound as well. Love it. There was more than that. What have I forgotten? I've moved my sockets. Moved a few of the sockets up onto the rack here. Little 1/2-inch drive socket now sits in there. Oh, come on. Really confused now. There was more than that. What? I'm so confused. There was more stuff than that. I know there was. That's my little stand. It'll come back to me. I don't know what it is that I've clearly forgotten something. Long reach air thingy. You didn't see that? It wasn't that. Is something I've got on the table maybe? Nah. I'm even checking me. I'm like, have I got a new jacket? No, definitely not. Don't know. It'll come back to me, and when it does, I'll let you know. Right, I've had to nip over to the house where we're doing the staircase, so I thought I'd show you quickly what we've been up to. Also, I've sacked off that drill press stand. I'll get around to that. Changed my mind like the weather. Right. So we've walked past the temporary staircase. That's the front door. It's going to be lovely when this is all done. That looks like it's falling down. So there you have it. At the moment, a floating staircase. It's not finished, it should be said. So it's not fully welded down the left here. You can see I've run some weld, but not all of it. It's sort of stitched all the way up, and then the same on the underside. So as you can see, it's joined in 3 pieces. You've got the top section, middle section. Hang on, 3 sections, one? Yeah, 3 sections, yeah. Top one, that one. Hey, 1, 2, oh, it's 4 sections. I always thought it was 3. Shows how much I pay attention. Right, there you go, it's 4 sections. So basically, as you can see, we've skimmed across the front with some weld. I've left the end because that's gonna have to look pretty, because you're gonna end up seeing that. But there are oak treads going across here. So you're not gonna see that top side. So we can leave that weld on, but on the back, where it gets interesting, obviously stitch welded at the moment, that's all gonna have to get ground lovely and flat. Same with that one there. So that should make things nice and interesting. But as you can see, it's all welded to the stringer. Well, not all of it. Some of it's welded to the stringer. There's a nice big chunky bit of 150 by 75, I think, up there, 1/2 inch. So that's your main support at the top. Let me take you back around again. All in all, it's all very solid. I know it's only stitch welded, but it is pretty solid, I would say. I've fully welded across there. There is a bit of undercut, I'll give you that. All right, there is a bit of undercut, a little bit. Across there, down there. So it's a 10mm stringer. We made these big angled bits of framework to go in to the walls. You see, so they just bolt through. I think they were 8mm thick, so they're pretty chunky, and that's to support the stringer and obviously the timber wall. Make it well, stiffen it up a little. I would say on this bottom step, there's ever so slight flex in the actual riser here in the 8mm plate. So I think what we're going to do is the top of the handrail has to obviously go on, and the handrail is going to be a connection between the top and the bottom, obviously. So I do think when we run that down, the original plan was to end it here, but I think we're now going to end it here, because that going up there and back up there should give this bottom step the rigidity it needs to not bounce around. Because if you come running down the stairs, you do feel a little bit of bounce on that bottom, but the rest of them are absolutely solid. Once it's all fully welded, I think that'll be quite cool. Cool, I'll see you guys in a bit. Right, squeak. Oh, the squeak's still there, guys. Don't you worry, it's not gone yet. Getting louder. Louder. Gone. Anyway, yeah, I sacked off the little thing I made earlier, from the old drill press. Sorry about that. Literally wasted your day, my day, everyone's day's been wasted. I'm sorry, massive waste of time. But anyway, the reason I've sacked it off is because after putting that little concoction of clamped together pieces on the back, it suddenly occurred to me, well, that's just a better way of doing it. That's like a much better way of doing it. That bloke's just let me go thinking that I'm going to speed off and be alright about it. He's regretting that now, isn't he? 30 miles an hour. 35 miles an hour. He's behind me now going, oh, come on. Anyway, what? Yeah, the stuff on the back, it just makes so much more sense to use that when I need to do. Oh, it's a nice little MX-5, isn't it? Old MX-5 that was. Yeah, so I figured inside the van, the drawbacks are there's no space around, and the vise I had, I welded it to the table of the thingamabobby, so it meant I couldn't bring that out and use it on the back, which I may well want to do sometimes. You know, if I've got some like round bar or tube or something like that, I'm not going to be able to clamp it very well to the flat bar. So I will want to use that vise. So I took the vise away, and also all of the you know, swelled up swarf in the van. I know I've got the big magnet, but it's still a pain in the arse. So all in all, it just wasn't worth having. But now I've got a nice big work area because I've taken the pillage wheel out, obviously, which is fine because I didn't use it. I've got a nice big working area to either work or an area where something else can go in the van, which, let's be honest, at some point I'm going to see something online or whatever and I'll go, ooh, like a bench grinder, not one with just the wheels, not one with just the wheels on it. He was not fucking about, that guy. Not one with just the wheels on it, but one with a belt. You know, I've always really liked them, especially when you're TIG welding. It's great for sharpening your tungsten. But yeah, all in all, that's been my day. The trucks, the chap at the trucks didn't get back to me. Don't know why. He's normally very reliable on the old communication, so I don't know what that's about. But I'm sure there's nothing wrong. I mean, he's probably just busy, or he's just forgotten to message me. But I'll probably be there tomorrow, I suspect. So for today, I've left the cabinet unlocked, haven't I? Alright, well, it's tough, innit? I didn't tell you I broke the cabinet as well, didn't I? The other one. So now they're both broke. So I'm missing a drawer, which means all my power tools are all together in one drawer. So that drawer now weighs, I weighed it the other day, it weighed 678 kilograms. On a filing cabinet drawer. So we'll see how long that one lasts, eh? Not very long, I suspect. Especially if I've left it open and it's now flinging from side to side. Anyway, I'm really hungry. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've not eaten a single thing. Did I even eat anything this morning? I think I had a couple of malted milk biscuits in the old dipping of the old tea. That's a good biscuit to dip in tea, innit? Sorry, I'm wasting your time again here, aren't I? That is a good tea dipping biscuit though, innit? Rich tea, nah, it's just a bit too bland. Digestive, they just break up and fall to the bottom of your tea. Bourbon, in my opinion, a nicer biscuit outside of the tea than it is in the tea. So I wouldn't go down the bourbon route. Custard cream, don't be silly, that's out of a cup of tea. Ginger, or ginger biscuit dipped in tea, that's a good biscuit. But I think malted milk could be a winner, you know. Or a hobnob. Oh, a hobnob. That is a nice bike. See, that's a nice bike. Name the film. Name the film. What was his name? The T. Go. What's a great film? I might have to watch that later. I would have forgotten by then, let's be honest. Oh, the Transit. The Volvo can't live with the Transit. 40 miles an hour. He's pulling away. He's bloody pulling away from me, isn't he? 45 miles an hour. Oh, the Transit's in desperate need of some love. You know, I did the front pads. You know that, don't you? I did do the front pads. Didn't do the rear pads. Should have. Discs were alright, bizarrely. Don't know how that happened. Discs look like they haven't been touched. So I think I got to it just in time. So the front pads have been done. Battery, yeah, no, haven't done that. But it's surviving. Like, I think I've learned to accommodate it. I've learned to not push my luck. Mainly, I just leave the doors shut. Or if the lights go off in the back, I just leave them off. Just forget it. Sick to death of jump starting the van. Go and get a battery, Paul. Oh, I could have done that today, couldn't I? Rather than dicking about with that drill press that I now don't have. It's just sitting in the workshop now. You know, like, for those of you who've worked in fabrication workshops before, you know there's like, in the corners, there's always like sheets of metal that are like jigs, or there's old stands for stuff, or there's just old stuff that somebody at some point has made, either used it, maybe they've got good use out of it, or it's then just for whatever reason it's been dumped in the corner, right? That's going to stay in my workshop forever now, because I know that I'll go, yeah, but I might want it. No, but you don't, that's why you're taking it out of the van, Paul. Yeah, but I might want it. So yeah, that's never going anywhere. It's definitely one of those that's going to sit in there forever. Anyway, guys, that was a very quick day. Well, it wasn't a quick day, actually. It's 3 o'clock. It was a wasted day, waste of time, waste of everyone's time. Sorry. I'm going home to eat some food and see my family. I can't remember what else I had to show you. There's definitely something else that I haven't shown you. Is it in here? Oh, that's going to bug the life out of me. There was something else new. Oh, his tyres come off the rim. Don't need that, do you? Right. I'll catch you next time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it to the end of this wasted journey, thanks very much.